With AI set to take over humanity in the coming years, I wanted to ask it what it felt was the most popular Pokemon of all time. So today what we're going to do is we're going to use ChatGPT to list the top 10 Pokemon of all time. Let's get to it. Welcome everyone back to the Splash Zone. My name is Michael, and if you truly have been enjoying my videos, please do like and subscribe, as it truly does help the videos go a long way and the channel. And I want to continue to promote content that will help everyone enjoy and fall in love with this Pokemon hobby. And what I have in store for us today is ChatGPT going in and making a list of the top 10 Pokemon ever in Pokemon history. Now, this isn't my list, so don't come at me saying that I don't know Pokemon. This is strictly AI, and I was curious just like everyone else, and I want to share that information with you. So with that being said, here is the list given by ChatGPT. All right, guys, so starting this list, it's going to be Ditto, which I'm really surprised. I did not expect to see Ditto at all. But according to ChatGPT, Ditto is the number 10 most popular Pokemon of all time. Why? So it has a video game popularity. It can pretty much transform into any Pokemon. Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's pretty cool when you can have a Pokemon that becomes any other Pokemon, right? Also, its quirky nature made him a popular Pokemon for merchandise. I do happen to see a lot of Ditto merchandise. I do. But I just don't see it as much as I thought I would. So I don't know. But then it says that, and this is a big dollar amount, $1 billion in global sales for Ditto. So that's a lot for Ditto. So, I mean, be as it may. And then also, this is why I feel like, it's questionable, because even though it is popular for like the merchandise, it's not really a popular card. You don't see many people saying, hey, I want to find Ditto in a PSA 10. Any version for that, in a matter of fact. So that's why I'm like, that's kind of crazy. So not many expensive cards. Some do go for like $200. Depending on your budget, that could be expensive, but for a hardcore collector, that's really nothing and usually not desirable. So yeah, number 10 is Ditto. But now we're gonna jump to number 9. Another one that I didn't expect to see here, but also I do get it because it has been featured in a lot of things. And that's gonna be Lucario. So why Lucario? So number 9 is it starred in Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Okay, that's what how it made it popular. It did appear in Super Smash Bros. For those of you who played that on Nintendo Switch, it's a very, very popular game still to this day. And that helped me actually know, because I'm not gonna lie, I stepped out of Pokemon for a little bit. So when I first saw Lucario, I didn't really know what he was until like a few years ago. But now that we're back, I do see the fan power that Lucario has, right? And also, it is one of the better competitive cards. So due to its strength and versatility, so a lot of people like Lucario cards in competitive games, especially the Pokemon game. And actually, shockingly enough, it generates $500 million global sales and merchandise. So this is what ChatGPT says is number 9. So let me know what you think in the comment sections below about Lucario. Maybe I'm not showing enough love. Okay, and this one is gonna be, pretty obvious, right? But I expect a little higher. But number 8 is gonna be Snorlax. And the truth is, it's one of the most recognized Gen 1 Pokemon ever. I mean, hands down, right? It's a very, wow, look at that nice little typo there. Honestly, it's a very popular Pokemon to have as a plushie or a doll. I mean, no matter where you go, you're gonna see Snorlax and some kind of figure or plushie, and it usually flies off the shelves. I mean, you see Snorlax pillows or stuffed animals, it's there. Also, it's known for its role in the video games due to blocking routes, due to just being asleep, right? Blocking routes. I remember that in the red and blue and yellow versions. It was really annoying. So you had to go find that Pokemon flute, and next thing you know, you had to wake it up, and then you were in for a battle because you ticked him off, right? And then also only $2 billion in sales as far as global sales. And I'm really surprised because I expected a little bit more. And there are a lot of Snorlax cards that go for at least $1,000, especially in PSA 10s. So it's not a shock to me to see Snorlax on this list. I actually expected to see a little higher. But this is what chat has, right? All right, going for number 7. Number 7, no shock here, is Gengar. Why? Well, because it is heavily used in competitive play due to its high speed, and we all know that speed does take precedence in a lot of battles, especially in games when you're trying to get the first attack. Gengar usually gets that first attack, right, and special attack stats. It's the most popular dark ghost-like Pokemon ever. I mean, there's not one better, right? And it's very popular in merchandise such as plushies, figures, cards, and clothing. I'm not gonna lie, I dig the shirts. I even dig the beanies. Gengar looks good on shirts and merchandise and all that. And it registers about $5 billion in global sales, and also has many cards upwards of $5,000 in a PSA 10. And it is true. Every time you go to like a card show or something, you do see Gengar. It's very expensive. A lot of people know that they can buy Gengar because they can sell it. A lot of the vendors can buy it and then sell it for profit. So Gengar, no shock here, is at number 7. All right, what's number 6 now? Wow, so apparently the picture that I had of Jigglypuff just decided to not show up. But if you're a Pokemon fan, you know what Jigglypuff looks like, right? I don't need a picture. Now, the truth is, it has dominant anime presence. It does. I mean, it's childhood nostalgia. Have you ever heard of like Jigglypuff singing and that was a memory and it will put Pokemon to sleep? I mean, that was pretty much a memory, right? You guys remember the song? I'm not going to sing it, but a lot of you know the whole Jigglypuff. Yeah, you know. So yeah, I said I was going to sing it and I did. But yeah, Jigglypuff was known for that. Also, it's one of the most featured Pokemon in merchandise due to its cuteness. Not my words, that's ChatGPT, okay? And Jigglypuff does generate a lot of money as well. It generates $5 billion in global sales. Not bad. The only downside, and the reason why I don't know why it's so high, is because, once again, kind of like Ditto, it's just not really ever a sought after card. It's more of like merch, it's more like plushies, figures, right? It's a very popular amongst like girls and stuff. So, I mean, hey, I like Jigglypuff, I'm a guy, so. But it's not really sought after as far as cards. So, I mean, hey, Jigglypuff for number 6, right? But now it's time to go to the top 5 that ChatGPT says is gonna be the most popular ever. Oh, there is the picture. Are you kidding me? I guess apparently I had it to the point where it was supposed to come on afterwards, but there's Jigglypuff for those of you who did not know. Number 5 is Bulbasaur. So, spoiler alert, this is going to be the highest starter because the other starters did not make the list. Crazy, right? I totally expected to see Squirtle and Charmander both on this list, but they didn't make it. So, why Bulbasaur? What was AI's reasoning? So, nostalgia in Game Boy Color video games, because you got to pick one of the starters. You got to choose between Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur, and you got to have that Pokemon for your whole journey in the red, blue, and yellow versions, right? And because of that, it became a sought-after Pokemon in card collecting as well, especially if it's in first edition or the Legendary Collection card. Those two fly off the shelves. Is probably the best Bulbasaur cards there is to offer. But I will say Scarlet and Violet has done well making some good Bulbasaur cards available as well. So that does help Bulbasaur's market. And also, it's the most purchased starter actually in merchandise when it comes to plushies and clothing. And it has a amount of $2 billion in global sales. So Bulbasaur, best starter. Number 5, too high, too low? Should it be on the list? Let me know in the comment section below. Number 4, not a shock here that Eevee would be up here. Why? Because it has world popularity due to its evolutions, right? And with the most popular being Umbreon. And I know some of you probably don't like Umbreon the most, but I'm just going off of the vast majority. People say that Umbreon is the most popular, and I guess we can't really dispute that with the cards right now. All Umbreon cards are flying at the highest rates possible, at high prices. All the other evolutions not doing that as often, right? It's also one of the most popular Pokemon for cosplay and fan art. That's the truth, right? So I see a lot of Eevee. You see Eevee costumes. You see Eevee pajamas or onesies. I mean, it happens a lot. You see a lot of drawings with the Eevee. It's pretty cool. And it's also very popular in Pokemon Go because of the fact that you can catch an Eevee, and once you evolve it, you're kind of curious on what evolution you're going to get, right? Because you don't know which evolution you're going to get. You're going to get Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon, or you can get one of the Gen 2 as well. So it's pretty fun. And it is the second most featured Pokemon in product behind only Pikachu. So that's pretty good too. And it has various Pokemon cards that are upwards of $500. So that's a good selling point too. Eevee is very popular. People want to buy Eevee. So yeah. And also it has a $7 billion value in merchandise globally. So obviously the whole world loves Eevee, and it most definitely belongs in this list. And it is number 4. Now we're on to the big 3. And I think a lot of you, especially if you watch Pokemon forever, you can tell, I think most of you can list the top 3. Now, in what order, that's for your call. But for number 3, it's going to be Mewtwo according to ChatGPT. And why? Because it is a powerful worldwide recognition for his appearance in the Pokemon movie, right? So we all remember the first Pokemon movie where Mewtwo was a villain, and I made a video about this recently where I talked about how he was really misunderstood. He was a genetic freak, kind of mutated, had horrible tests done to him, made him angry, all he knew was pain, and because of that, he left a destructive path after him when he needed to do some things, right? He also was the boss Pokemon of the red, yellow, and blue versions in the first video games, right? So you would like to go through all the games, you would finish all the gym leaders, and then eventually you'll go into this mysterious cave where you'll run into a level 70 Mewtwo, and you wanted to use that Master Ball to catch it because it was not easy to get it. Also, major card sales because of the fact that it has high demand. Mewtwo is one of the most popular requested cards. I'm sorry, wrong term, right? Mewtwo is the most requested card, one of the most requested at least, because it comes in so many different variants, right? Of course, you have the generic Mewtwo, you have Armored Mewtwo. There's not many of those in PSA 10, so it has high value. There's the Mega Mewtwo, which has great cards, and also Rocket's Mewtwo. We have one right now in Destined Rivals, which is just blowing up right now. And Mewtwo also has $10 billion in sales globally. So obviously it is a global powerhouse. So that's why Mewtwo is number 3. Now on to number 2, Charizard. Now Charizard, not a shocker there. For most of you probably thought he was gonna be number 1. But the truth is, it's the most popular Pokemon when it comes to trading card games because there are so many people that desire Charizard because there's so many cards going for upwards of $10,000. And that's because people want it and people are willing to pay that. There are so many different versions, especially the first edition in the PSA 10 at its highest peak went for about $350,000, right? So this is one of the biggest grails that anyone could have in their collection. Unless you make a lot of money or you're a celebrity, you probably don't have this card. So yeah, it also was a dominant force in competitive scenes as due to its powerful stats and mega evolutions in Pokemon X and Y. And it was often referred to as Ash Ketchum's, powerhouse Pokemon, right? So whenever he pulled out Charizard, you knew that Ash was going to pull out the victory, right? And Charizard also registers $15 billion in global sales. So Charizard, obviously, you could argue it could be number 1, but number 2, not too shabby, right? And for number 1, most of you probably know who is. So let's just go with it. It is Pikachu. No shocker here. Okay, so the first reason why is because it's referred to as the face of the Pokemon franchise. It is, right? Because of its dominant force in the anime, right? Being Ash Ketchum's right-hand Pokemon, always being there, has so many nostalgic scenes that are beautiful and sad. Especially the one that broke my heart when you saw Ash turn to stone and Pikachu was crying and releasing powerful thunderbolts as a kid. Even now, it makes you want to cry, right? So, yeah, Pikachu, powerhouse, face of Pokemon, the face that runs the place. Also, the most featured and most merchandised Pokemon in the history of the hobby. It's true. Wherever you go, Pikachu is going to be pretty much that mascot for Pokemon. Also, it has done over $100 billion globally. So that's way more than any other Pokemon on here, right? There's an $85 billion gap between Pikachu and Charizard, and Charizard was number 2. So there's a big difference there. Now, it also has the most expensive Pokemon card selling in history, set by Logan Paul, when if you look at the image here, it was the PSA 10 Pokemon Pikachu illustration rare. Logan Paul bought it, and because of that, it is a Guinness World Record. It is the only PSA 10 in existence, and it was pretty awesome to see. And those are the top 10 Pokemon according to ChatGPT. So let me know what you guys think about the list. ChatGPT pretty much listed out some Pokemon that we knew, but there could have been some unexpected ones as well. So if you didn't agree with ChatGPT, please comment down in the comment section below and let me know what Pokemon you felt were the best Pokemon of all time. And I appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given me. With that being said, you all have an amazing day. God bless you guys, and bye-bye.